Hello everyone, welcome back to a new LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we're reviewing a 20th anniversary LEGO Star Wars set. It is set number 75259. It's a Snowspeeder, the 20th anniversary edition. It has 309 pieces with 3 normal minifigures and a special Lando Calrissian. We can move to the back side of the box. You can see some of the play features, and then on the bottom we can see some of the figures from the set, and then we can see the original set. I'm sorry about that, but there's a good look at that. Let's get on to the review. The first figure up is a Rebel Trooper, and it is a pretty good Rebel Trooper for the Hoth battle. It has the same lawn blaster that it did when the original set came out, which I really appreciate about the set. And then we can take off his helmet, and he does not have a back head print. And I can show you print on the back. So just a little generic print. And yeah, this is it's a good figure for it being a Hoth Trooper. And then the last thing you can do is take the goggles off of there, and you can set them down by one, which I do not think looks very good. It's very oversized and really doesn't look good. So I would recommend, just if you get this set or any other sets that have the same helmet, keep it above. It just looks so much better, more clean looking. Next figure up, we have his name is Doc Ralter, something along those lines, and it's a pretty decent figure for a pilot. It reuses the same pilot jumpsuit from Luke's outfit, but it's a good figure. It has the same pilot face that's had for many years now, so nothing new there. And then he does have a double-sided face that makes him look more scared, like yelling. And that's what the back side of that looks. There we go. Next, let's get on to Luke. With Luke Skywalker, he has his lightsaber and his Rebel helmet. And he has the same print as the other pilot. And then he does have an alternate face, which if you put down the helmet, you barely see it, but it looks like the visor's up. So I do kind of like that, but it's not the best. But one thing also is, in other Snowspeeders, they've had a white Rebel Trooper. So this figure is not in the set, but just as an example, they have the white gloves and the clothes are much more baggy. You can tell by the little squiggles on the design. So I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like that, but I wouldn't expect them to make a new print for that, because they would have to completely redo that. But it's alright for what it is. Next, let's get on to Lando. With Lando, he has the 20-year plaque and his name on it. And he does have a single face with some pretty good printing and a dual-side cape, yellow in the front and blue in the back. And then when you lift it up, you can see the 20 years mark on him to show that he's a different figure. And he also has the old blast rifle. Okay, now I'm going to show you what it looks like with Leia. This is what it looks like with Leia and Lando. So it looks pretty deep. It looks pretty good, and I really can't wait till I get the rest of these, but we'll see if I do in time. But those are the two that I have so far. We'll start off with the bubble turret. It does have spare shooters for the front shooter on it, and this doesn't look the greatest, but it does give it a little bit of transition from it. And yeah, so you can just turn it like that and take that off if you want, and then add another one of the gray slopes. I think they do have an extra piece of that in the set, so you could use that. And then this also swivels, so I'll try to pin that down, and it does swivel. And then it looks like there's supposed to be a control panel there, which I feel like they could have actually put a control panel there if they just put an inverted tile and then add a sticker to it to make it less expensive. So yeah, that would have been a simple fix. And there's also binoculars right here. And then you can set the trooper's gun right here. And then you can maybe set him like about here to control the gun or the turret. So that's kind of what it looks like when he's controlling it. So yeah, now let's get on to the Snowspeeder. This Snowspeeder, when it came out, is a $40 build. So, I mean, this with this and Lando, it honestly kind of feels like $40 at original pricing. But you just have to consider this would be a $30 build, which it does feel like a $30 build. And this would be like $5, and this would be like about $5. So with that in mind, like this is $10, and that just like $30. And then if you judge this off the Obi-Wan Kenobi figure that they released, I think that was about $5 or $10. So I think it's pretty much worth the price. This is just like what is dragging these sets to be so expensive, so much more expensive. They're all about $10 more than they should be, I believe, except for the Slave One, which is, I think, perfect pricing. Anyways, let's get back to the Snowspeeder. So if you look, there's some nice detailing here. There's the weapons there, and you can lift up these flaps, one on either side, which they do like to break off easily. And then you can do that to reveal a sticker there, and that's what it looks like with them up. It looks alright, and you can reveal the engine. And there's a nice detailing on the front. And it's a good build. It really is. And then on the back, there's a stud shooter. And then there's also a tow cable, so you can really pull this out. So I'll be right back to pull it all out. So there's the Snowspeeder, and it goes out pretty far. And I'll just lift up the Snowspeeder to show you. So yeah, it's a pretty far drop, but I do wish it could be longer because you can't tie it to the AT-AT very well. So anyways, you'll see what I mean in a little bit because I will show you at the end of this video. But you can wind this up like this, but I would use 2 hands for it, so I'll be right back again. Alright, so then you can lift this up and you get an interior space. So you have a seat for one person, a blaster holder, and then another seat, and then a place where you can place something. And then we can lift this up, which this does not like to lift up at all because of how flimsy it is. It's literally held on by 2 studs like this. Hold on, give me. And it's really only held on by like those 2 studs. So when you're trying to pick it up, it will most likely fall off. So I'd pick up this whole section off. But you can see a print there. So it looks like it's the background of Hoth and the control panel that we get. And in the front, there's another control panel. And then you can set your 2 minifigures you get in the set. Luke Skywalker in the front. And you can pin him all the way down. And if we open that up, we can get the next figure in. So we'll see what that looks like. And then we can just set him in. And that's what that looks like. So we can place everything back on. And it doesn't shut all the way like this. Oh, sorry, I just made a play feature. Just accidentally shut off. But I'll show you that in a second. But it doesn't want to close all the way, so you really have to play with the pilots. So like lift up the back guy's hands, and then that drops him a little bit. So that, yeah, there we go. And then you can also place one of the pistols back there. And you can place, again, you can place the lightsaber like right here against the side. But you kind of, I'd flip it, like this, and then shut it down, because then the back won't shut. But you can very snugly fit everything in. And here's what the underside looks like. So we have the landing and then the 2 spring-loaded shooters, which I accidentally shot off one. I am so sorry about that, but I accidentally shot off one, so there's the other. And yeah, that's the set. It's not a bad set. It is very detailed, and it works, but buying this now, I paid about $90 for this set, And I would say now, at the resale value, I say it's worth it. Because I'm also trying to get all the 20th anniversary sets, because I didn't buy them all when I had the chance to. But we'll see how far I get in the next upcoming, I'd say, 2 years. So, again, thank you for watching this video. I will see you all again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.